Give me 2 seconds. This fuck ass dog is bothering me. I need to see what's wrong with it. Alright, I'm back.
Okay, hold on. I'll get my scans first.
Matchup diff, bro. It's all matchup diffs.
But so have to get is those get like a.
Infinity soundboard.
Can that dude Kashimo gets waffled? Uh, that's right. That's before the Kenjaku and Takaba fight. It's like right after.
And so you got Kashimo or Ryu?
I have Kashimo.
He has base Kashimo.
Yeah. Hold on. There was a statement. I forgot where the statement was particularly. It
What
was.
statement are you looking for?
Hold on. I don't remember. And this Maki. Yeah, that's right. She is it before? Okay.
Bum.
Is this the TCB? No, I want to find the TCB version. That one's better. Mm-hmm. There we go. All right. Oh wait, I got 2 more scans. Does Bum have a flashback about it all? There it is. Okay, and then there was one other statement I have to get.
What statement are you even like possibly looking for that Maki said?
No, that's not a Maki statement. It's just when she was fighting, but I'm finding a Ryu statement now. Give me a sec. Mhm. All right. Huh. Did he say it before too? I have no idea. I was not looking. I'm gonna just send this. All right, so just check scan strap.
Okay, let me see.
My phone will update. All right. All right. So the argument for our base Kashimo should just be over is that the loneliness narrative specifically gives a direct correlation to the level of loneliness that a character feels to their level of strength. I think what's his name? Naoya reinforces this with Toji, talking about his level of strength breed a level of loneliness. He says the sin of small fries not understanding what true strength is. Maybe that's why nobody can understand Toji, except have Satoru. And then he idolizes both Satoru and Toji as the strongest. And then we understand this narrative further applies to Kashima more explicitly, given the fact that he talks about the ultimate disconnect that he suffered with other people, and then trying to find that connection through fighting. And then so the specific methodology is that when characters suffer this level of loneliness, they try to connect with others through fighting specifically. I think that just grants credence to him being the strongest, since we see this with other strongest characters.
Okay, are you aware that Kashimo and Ryu like just blatantly don't fight each other? Like, I understand your argument, right? But the issue is, Kashimo says this in relative as to people who he's fought, because we see a flashback in Kashimo with like a bunch of dead bodies around him. Obviously, those being the people he's killed. So I just take it to be the case that he's just the strongest against the people that he's fought in so far. And Ryu, what's it called? And Ryu afterwards is also like, you obviously see that Ryu's like less older than Kashimo, so it is possible that Ryu could just have fought in better opponents than Kashimo. Why, like he says stuff like, "Oh, I found like worthy opponents" or whatnot. Versus Kashimo, he's had to fight like straight bums for his entire life. Like I don't really see why, um, Kashimo's loneliness would include Ryu. Cause like the two just don't fight each other, so I don't see how the strongest narrative would follow against like Ryu specifically. You can go ahead.
Okay, bro. So first of all, there's no quantification relative to the characters of who they fought. So for example, we don't know whether or not Ryu fought stronger characters. And if you're going to argue that Ryu was younger unless he fought characters after Kashima's death or when he agreed to do the Conan games, logically speaking, since we understand the older the era, the stronger the era, Kashima logically should have fought stronger people. But that's completely irrelevant because that's in regards to demonstrability. I'm pointing out an inductive narrative consistency. So if we have a narrative consistency of characters that are independent of who we know that they fought, but just characters who consistently have this narrative seem to be the strongest characters, and then we understand the narrative is positing that true strength is when you have this narrative, even not true strength, yeah, true strength when you have this narrative, but we even see this through external justification, even in regards to characters that possibly haven't even seen them fight any other sorcerers, and it's not even directly in regards to sorcery, it's just in regards to strength. So you talking about a demonstrable case doesn't defeat the inductive narrative case.
I just don't think that inductive narrative would be followed towards like other people. Like, let me give you an example, right? Let's say Dabra from JJK Modulo, right? Obviously, he's the strongest on his own planet, right? And in the series, no, my bad. Let's say hypothetically, Dabra never went to like Earth, right? And he's just called the strongest on his planet or one on Samuria. I don't think it would follow that then like that would mean Dabra would be the strongest for like on a completely different planet, like on a planet like Mars or something like that. Like I understand that you're saying, well, he's the strongest, like particularly in that era. I'm saying he didn't fight everybody, every single possible person in that era. And then with the other stuff with Gojo and Sukuna, right? We just have like verbatim statements of Sukuna and Gojo just straight up being stronger than anybody like in that era. So I don't think it has to be the case. I think more than likely, Kashimo just fought against like. And I'm not saying that all of Ryu's opponents are stronger. I'm just saying something that possibly could happen as to why Ryu feels this and Kashimo doesn't feel this. Either interpretation is likely. And yeah, you can address that.
Okay, dude, you're not understanding. In inductive narrative case, it's just regards to when this narrative is consistently posited, what do we see a direct correlation of? And in this case, it's just regards to the characters being the strongest throughout the entire narrative sense. For example, if Deborah's lonely on his planet or he is the strongest, I'm not saying that Okay, if it's just true that he is the strongest, firstly, it doesn't even follow that he has to suffer the loneliness narrative because there could still be characters that are close to him in strength. It would have to be a certain gap which he's not able to understand. And then if he follows through with that narrative, I'm not saying, well, just because he's the strongest on his planet, he is the strongest. It's more so following suit of characters that have this narrative of being so strong that they achieve this level of loneliness that they are the strongest when we externally evaluate them, as regards to Gojo, Sukuna, and Toji. Right. So that's the narrative consistency there as in the inductive case, not just attacking what's demonstrable. Yet again, you're just not understanding that it's more so just regards to what we see in line of the narrative. I've repeated this already. You didn't attack the Kashimo older point in regards to what's possible. I already said it should be more probable that Kashimo fought stronger characters. But I guess we can either conclude to somebody or just oppose, because at this point you're just not tracking.
I think I've already addressed it. I think if I just repeat, we're just gonna go in circles. We can conclude on this point.
My bad, bro. My bad. Say that
I
again.
said, we can conclude on this point since I think we're just gonna go in a circle.
Okay. Do you want to conclude to the? Do you want just to do polls, or do you want somebody to judge in particular?
Um, I mean, uh, who do you take to be like a credible judge or somebody that's like credible in your eyes?
Uh, Anybody, but I think Metabe, Mono, Spaz, Solos, and I can't see anybody else. I don't know whose name is Duck. I don't know who these Duck people are. Those should be fun though.
I mean, all right. Fine if you also just do polls. I don't really think it matters too much.
Okay, well, anybody that heard me say their names out of Spat, I'm just pretty sure it was Spaz, Solos, Metabe, and maybe one other person. If they want to do it, if not, I'll just do it.
Yeah, Tensei won, bro.
Spaz, were
Okay.
you actually listening, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm good, bro. Says,
Is
why
that
would you want to
geometry?
conclude?
You
Bro,
fucking
I'm
playing
thinking.
geometry? Yeah, never mind, bro. Slaps one, bro.
This nigga said, never mind, slaps one. My little cousin playing geometry dash. I'm not even home right now. I'm at my aunt's house.
Why is this guy spaz hating on Geometry Dash?
Oh
Did
my
you
god,
say you're?
I accidentally put spaz, not fucking
Yeah.
solos.
Did you say you're at your ops house?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I'm crying, yo. Why did it say one Tensei, bro? Is this bot retarded? I did not type that shit. Hold up.
Do you want to like move on and just assume that it's like Steelman right now since
No, if I won the point, I won the point, and Kashimo's stronger, and I think he just has better win cons than Reed.
better win cons?
Yeah,
Do you want to like discuss the win cons at least or
sure. We can discuss the win cons, bro. I think the simplest win con is just the fact that he just has a guaranteed hit in the form of lightning, and it should be Durant, given the fact that he inserts the positive energy, and the positive energy connects to the negative charge. So then it just connects from inside the person's body. You even see the electricity come out from the person's internal body from her car. You just have like a guaranteed hit Durant, and he knows how to counter and destroy the source of RCT and Kurz energy. So I'm pretty sure he just one shot the dude after like one or two punches.
um I I think it's like output dependent and you can still resist it depending on if you have like a high enough Chris energy quantity or output. Um the reason I see that to be the case is we see Kashimo literally use a discharge on Sukuna during the NBA fight, and it does literally fuck all. And then we also see that Nue's lightning, the same exact like lightning essentially hits Maki and Takaba, and it does like nothing to them.
Dude, you have to prove that's the same lightning. I don't think it's the same lightning. Did we get the description that when he uses mythical beast amber that he manifests electric phenomena? Phenomena is in reference to his natural state. In the state he uses electricity during the Cola games and stated to have cursed energy. So we just understand that the cursed energy trait is electrification. So he's able to utilize the electrification properties of electricity, but it's not literally electricity. So there's two separations there. So he's not separating the positive and negative charge. He just shoots the lightning, which does have a negative
That
charge
doesn't
at
make
the end.
but that doesn't make the actual electricity voltage different. I don't think that matters. That just makes it like a guaranteed hit, obviously. But it doesn't make it like what's it called? The actual like output or how strong it is different. Because we know that Kashimo builds up his output by like making landing punches and whatnot, obviously. And that's how he increases and decreases the effects of it and how strong it's going to be and how potent it is, which is why
You're not
Hikari.
tracking the argument, dude. Like I'm
Huh?
saying that you're not tracking the argument. I'm saying that the cursed energy variant that he has in base, he connects the positive electric charge, and the positive charge exists in the body. Thus, it connects from inside the body because that part of the electricity already exists there. So the entire premise is through that he basically uses a magnet and connects it to your body from the internal, right? So it hits you. We even see it come out internally. He doesn't separate the positive charge and hit you with the positive
Wait,
charge.
it still has to break through your skin and go externally. What are you talking about? It doesn't appear on you.
Well, I don't know about breaking through the skin because you don't see the skin break. It just hits the
We
person.
see
Like
we
when
see
we
it literally blow off Akari's torso and go right through him.
No, that's when the lightning. I'm talking about the positive charge. As long as the positive charge exists, then the lightning is automatically
That's
attracted,
how he
and then we just
discharges it when he.
okay, dude. The discharge is different from the positive charge. The discharging the lightning itself, he does that after the positive charge is already acute.
The
Hence why it's
positive
advanced
charge.
alert.
Wait. The positive charge is how he marks something. The discharge is the actual thing that does damage.
I just said that. Literally, I just said that. What
I
I'm
know.
saying.
I know. You saying that like, oh well, it's going to mark that person inside the body. That doesn't mean the actual lightning is during it. I'm saying the
I
bolt
explained
itself
how the
has to
lightning
go
was
through a
there.
medium.
Okay, dude, I explained how the lightning was during. I said that because it arrives in the internal state of the body because it's connecting to the positive charge, which is in the body. And we see the cursed energy from the electrification properties come from outside of Hakari's body. The entire premise is, though, is that you're drawing that dichotomy to where, for example, you're saying, well, for Sukuna, we see it resist because he has higher output, but Sukuna isn't taking anything internally. He's only facing external damage, which he could resist if it's just a force disparity. Right? But like, it's not a
Wait,
simple
do
force
you think
disparity.
he wasn't using the positive and negative charges there? Why?
Because okay, dude, he doesn't. He is able to manifest electric phenomena, but in regards
Mhm.
to when in base, he separates the positive and electric charge because all it is just his cursed energy, right? And a mythical beast Amber, the electricity is not his cursed energy anymore. It's just
What
actual
the
lightning.
fuck? Yes, it is. Why is it
It's
not?
because I just told you earlier. You have to track, dude. This is the electrical tracking. Your three electric phenomena. Phenomena is in natural state. Its natural state is not cursed energy.
Wait. It's that when it says like manifest electrical phenomenon, it's through the process of curse energy. It's still curse energy oriented. It's not saying that like it turns into like actual or something else entirely separate of curse energy. That's not what it's saying. It's just saying he can manifest these phenomenon through curse energy. Let me grab the scan. No. Let me grab where it talks about mythical beast amber reconstructs flesh in order to manifest the
My fault.
phenomenon that Kashimo covers with curse energy. Yeah, exactly. Crap.
Hold up. My phone died. Give me a sec.
Okay.
Not my phone. My tablet died. Hold on. That's why I disconnected. I tried to this bum ass nigga fight Sakuna. There we go.
Dum
Yeah,
bum bum
it's
bum.
that's right here. Hold on. Check scan strap. It's just stated he manifests the phenomenon. It says mythical beast amber. Okay,
What translation is that?
that's TCB. I can get the rolls if you want. I think it says them
Okay,
on the
yeah.
same.
You can get the raws. I want to see if that's actually correct.
I don't think it makes any difference though. It says it reconstructs his flesh in order to manifest phenomena that Kashimo converts from cursed energy. So the converting means it is no longer the same properties. You know what to convert means?
Okay, let me go back. Let me read this again. It says converts from. Yeah, well, I know what converts means, right? But I'm saying that it's still a process from curse energy. When it's saying
Well,
it like does,
that doesn't.
huh?
That doesn't matter. It can be derived from cursed energy, but if it doesn't have the cursed energy properties which allow him to separate it previously, then it doesn't attack my point.
It doesn't separate from curse energy. That's what's in question because
Okay, I'm talking.
we see Kashimo with his regular like electricity phenomenon, like with
Okay,
the base
dude.
curse energy or
If he
whatnot.
makes it, it's not fun, bro. If he makes it and it has cursed energy, it's not phenomenon, dude. Lightning does not naturally have cursed energy in JJK. Like
Yes,
lightning from the sky, no, it doesn't.
You can
Right.
manifest. Whoa, wait. You can still manifest like electric phenomenon or certain. Like for example, if I have a cursed energy ability that gives me fire, it's still just fire. Like it's not like
Okay,
separate. It's not
dude,
like
if it gives
amplified
you
cursed energy
fire,
fire.
depends what you mean by that. You're being vague on purpose to try to make your point follow. It can give you fires in regards to where you summon fire that's made of cursed energy, or that you transform your cursed energy into fire to where it no longer has the properties of cursed energy anymore, right? As some form of spiritual energy. But the entire premise is that to add credence from the TCV translation, which is like damn near identical to the this one, even though this one says it converts, so it goes from a state to another. It's not the same state anymore.
No. But that's not what the T. I know it says converts, but converts doesn't mean to entirely like change. It's saying that like what's it called? The phenomenon is being manifested through this, and then he turns his cursed energy into like electricity thing around his body. But we also know that the it still contains like still contains cursed energy to an extent.
Okay,
Because
dude,
obviously still
we don't
utilizes
know
cursed
that.
energy.
That's never stated. We don't know that because you gave no external justification. You just said it converts. Now, so convert blankly just means to change from one thing to another. And in regards to the change, that means that the properties, especially when elaborating upon the notation literally in the dictionary, it's just in reference to when the properties change. Now, if there's no specific, a particular affirmative there in regards to what qualities are or not changing, it's just a blanket statement in regards to something converts. Like, for example, if I convert a liquid to a solid, we don't usually say, well, the solid is still partially a liquid. As, for example, I say I convert water to ice, right? That doesn't really make any sense. And like I said earlier, if it converts, this all that does is just suggest that it changes the qualities of. You would still have to prove it has the properties of cursed energy, which have no external credence.
If it had none of the properties of cursed energy or whatnot, um, then why does it even like kill? Why does it like even like what's it called? How do I word this? Um, why would it even? Why would Kashimo? Because we know that Kashimo can completely turn off his cursed energy. Why would it not just make him just like a regular human that just fries him out if he has no cursed energy protecting him or reinforcing his just regular body?
Wait, no, what? I never said he didn't have cursed energy at all. I said that
No, I know.
well, no, he can still reinforce his body and get faster. But the reason that this transformation is overall more advantageous is because if the cursed energy he was using that had electrification properties earlier wasn't actual electricity, it doesn't have a naturally higher speed. In this case, he gains X-ray vision, which amplifies his perception. He boosts electrical signals, so his reaction speed is faster. And then the EM waves and electricity itself should be naturally faster, given that they're actual thing. And then in his base state, in reference to that mythical beast amber, he should still have base reinforcement. It's just the lightning itself. Like that, there's no argument for that having cursed energy.
Okay, but okay, the issue with that is that my bad, but the way that Kashimo like describes his cursed energy trait or whatever, it isn't that it's like a completely separate phenomenon that he adds with cursed energy. The positive and negative charge is just a condition as to how he can like. So you know how regular like lightning has like a certain like positive and negative charge. All he does is just put that charge onto you, and then that charge like gets marked, but it's not marked through just cursed energy. Like
Wait, he doesn't summon
what's it
the
called? The
actual.
the cursed energy itself is just electricity. Like that's
Okay,
what he
dude,
just
that's
does
never
convert
stated
to
that it
normal.
actually is electricity. It just has electrification properties. It's never stated his natural cursed energy has that.
Let me just get it. I'm pretty sure it is just stated by Panda. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Your panda's a bum.
Yo, chill out. Chill on the goat.
What's up with that novel statement saying that the attack that attacks the internal parts, like what, like Cook Ghetto or some shit?
Uh, I think you're talking about Panda's like fuck ass sound wave shit that he punches it through gorilla mode.
Yeah, what's that? I heard there was like a novel statement talking about like that shit was like over
It's an
ghetto.
anime novel. I don't. That
Uh
same novel also just straight up says that Geto's like equal with Gojo.
oh
So
hell,
if anything, that would just be a Panda upscale.
hell no.
Insanely fast.
He says it's Fushiguro's new way. This character's cursed energy is like a current of electricity. They're in a conscious state of electrification.
Dun, 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 dun. Let me see what else.
Separates the
Kashimo
cursed
separates
discharge from cursed electricity.
the cursed energy charge like electricity when striking an opponent. A positive charge is transferred, and the negative card charge is discharged.
I can send the scans in scans chat.
Without any electrification.
It's like, I want a soda go. I'm gonna clean that. I'm bored.
Let me see.
Jumped in the box, feel like I can't breathe. Whoa, the niggas my sensitive.
No Fago in the Big 26.
The goat, by the way.
True. He's spitting.
He describes Sukuna and Gojo were established the strongest via other means absent. Yes, and I believe it was one of the rare.
Wait, are you just saying the positive, like the shit that he marks on you is Duraneg, not the actual discharge, like the bolt itself?
So the bolt itself wouldn't naturally be Durneg, but the bolt is connecting to the internal energy because it's connecting to the positive charge. So it arrives at the internal state of one's body, hence why we see energy come from inside of Hikari's body.
It just goes through wait, we literally see it just breaks Akari's arm. It doesn't just like go right
I'm not
through
talking
it.
about the bolt of electricity. I'm talking about, like, for example, when we see the lightning's getting closer, like we see his face rupture.
No, but that's how he throws out his lightning bolt. Like he
Well, yeah,
first has
that's
to
when
mark.
the lightning bolt.
He first has to mark because Akari says there's a condition towards it as to why he can't just throw it out randomly. He says that like the condition is what's it called? He has to mark you by like touching you or whatever, and or being touched, right? And so Kashimo lands enough like punches on Akari, he elbows him, and he says, "All right, I've accumulated enough," and then discharges the bolt to break Akari's arm.
Well, the accumulation, I don't care whether or not that takes time. You're not tracking what I'm saying, dude. I'm saying that the positive charge exists naturally inside the body, and the lightning in the external state is trying to reach the positive charge, which is inside the body, and then that's why we see the energy come from inside the body at the positive state, not the direct discharge of the negative charge of lightning. I'm not saying the negative lightning bolt naturally arrives inside the person's body. Like, all I'm saying is that the path of travel is to inside the person's body. I'm not saying, like, as soon as he shoots the shit, like, oh shit, it's in the body. Like, it has to travel first. And then before we see it hit Hikari, we see the energy rupture inside of his head. Like, hence why that gives credence to it being Durne.
What instance are you talking about? Are you talking about when he gets his face sliced off and he throws it inside?
No, hold on, I get it. Oh, that's how losers think. Math thing. So, the lightning target his head and split it open. Is she gonna cook the tacos or not? Not the tacos, the nachos. What's she doing? What is she doing? No. Yeah, straight. No, not that. Hold on. Yeah, and then what was the curse of the throat? He hits him. Oh, no, it was the opposite way. Oh, yeah, that part doesn't matter. I mean, his head still ruptures, but it's the opposite way. Hold on. I'll still send it anyway.
You said what? What happened?
His head still ruptures, but it's the opposite way.
Yeah, before this, Kashimo slices his face first, and then he throws out the bolt.
I'm not disagreeing he has to hit in order for it to be guaranteed. I'm not saying it like naturally is a guaranteed hit. That's why I said he was stronger than Ryu first. Because if he just hits Ryu once, then he can do the positive charge, which still exists in the internal part of the body, which the electricity is arriving to.
No. I'm saying that like the reason he had to do it is because the bolt itself doesn't like spawn inside of you or whatever. Because
Okay,
he
dude, like I said that already. I literally just said that. I'm saying that I'm not saying the bolt naturally spawns, especially because in the scan I sent to you, it doesn't break the skin. Like it just enters the head, and like it damages the brain.
wait. So what's the thing that's saying that's damaging Ryu? Like the bolt, because obviously you said the bolt isn't, but the positive charge doesn't damage you. It's just like a
Anytime he draws, he discharges the negative charge, and it's arriving with the positive charge inside the person's body that would damage Ryu. And that just happens from when he just separates the charge. So he can separate the charge. Just the amount of damage it does is dependent on whether or not he charges it or not, right? In regards to like what he does against Sakari, by like putting his Ryu Bang down, and then he develops a charge. But that is completely irrelevant because we even see that when he uses it almost instantly in that one panel, Hakari's brain is getting destroyed, and he says like he's about to die. Like it doesn't break the skin either. Like it just goes through his head.
But okay, what do you think is going through his head? Like the positive charge itself, or what are you saying?
But he's
Like,
already attaching the positive charge to the person. That's already stated. Like he imbues them with the positive charge, and then the discharge was the electricity himself, which he shoots, arrives at the positive charge already in the body. Right, and then with that being the case, it just goes through because it's supposed to arrive in the body.
yeah, but
Especially
it
because he's
arrives
a
in the body by breaking through it. It doesn't
okay, but
arrive in the body.
we see
It doesn't arrive in the body by like.
okay, but
But
I just
obviously,
told
you
you we
said he
see that
doesn't
the
spawn
card
in.
and
But
his
like,
skin is
then
not
it's just
broken.
not Dureneg. I don't see
Okay,
why it'd
dude.
be doing.
Okay, dude. I literally explained how it was already, and we literally see the panel where I sent that we see Hikari's forehead is not pierced at all. We don't even see blood drawn. It's just the electricity goes in, and also that wouldn't make any sense
I
too
already
because
explained
the
why
electric
it wasn't
the
pierced.
electrification properties. We even see that when he does the positive charge, the characters don't even pick up on that at all. Like he just leaves the
Wait,
positive charge and
wait.
leaves
I
it.
already said why. Wait. I already said why it wasn't pierced. It's because Kashimo slices his face first and then throws it in. That's why it doesn't pierce through his like skin or
What
whatever.
does him slicing his face have to do with the lightning not piercing his skin?
Because he throws it in right after. Because it
Dude,
exposes his skin. He throws it right through.
uh,
That's why it's spawning on his forehead like that.
but it still has to travel to his brain, so it would still be breaking in between the entrance of his forehead. Unless his skull is completely cracked, which is not, we still see the muscle stuff to break through under your reasoning, which we still don't see.
No, I'm just saying we don't see the actual piercing in between the skin because obviously the skin reforms, but as it reforms, right, it's already inside and
Yeah,
obviously
okay, you just
breaking
like
through.
did not. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You just didn't refute the argument, gang. Like,
I,
like, bro, like for it's everybody left because the arguments are just terrible. Hey, yo, Solos, bro, did you hear that?
I mean, we could just say rec or whatever. You can appeal who you want to or make polls. I don't think it matters.
Yeah, just not respond to the argument, dude. Did you listen to what I said about why, even if it did go through, what his face wasn't regenerating, it doesn't matter?
Yeah, I did. I just realized I was on mute
Well, I
before.
was more so asking Slaps, but Slaps, did you hear the reasoning? Like,
What reasoning for what? Why you said it wasn't doing what?
it doesn't matter whether or not it goes, whether or not his face was regenerating and the skin was healing already, if it was going through at that point in time when she was regenerating. I said I gave you a reason why it didn't matter.
Why did you say it didn't matter again?
Well, I'm not repeating it now. Like I'm just saying, you're just not trying to argument.